Hello, beautiful twin souls. Welcome to For Your Soul Tarot. So, we're doing a quick twin flame check in or a twin flame update, like we like to call it here, on how the journey is going for the twin flames. Now, it's not always the same twin flame energy that I check in on. So, this could be a continuation of last week or earlier this week, or it could be a completely different energy. We're specifically looking at the energies for the transit that we're going to have for the next 1 month and a few weeks, where Pluto is now in Aquarius. So Pluto is currently shifted into Aquarius today, and it'll stay there until June 11th, at which point it will move back into Capricorn. Now, Pluto in Capricorn has been a lot of destabilization of our financial systems, but it's been a very, very tough energy. It isn't necessarily like that big change bringer. It's more that destabilizer type of energy, because it's unearthing things that are just not working within our 3D structures, right? So let's see how all of this energy is impacting the divine feminine. On this side, the divine masculine on this side, we'll have the connecting energies in the middle. Our first row is the current situation for each side and in between them as well. Then we look at their thoughts and feelings, and then likely outcome. We'll clarify as we go. We have a significator for each side as well, just so that we can get a sort of like texture of the energy, right? Like, we want to understand what's that overarching theme each side is facing through this transit. Now, I will do more clarifications and more journey updates because the energy is constantly changing, right? Right now, we actually have Mars moving into Cancer, which is going to be a very interesting read because that can be quite a difficult energy. So we'll do more check-ins as it comes. Let's start the reading though. So on the divine feminine side, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups energy is the energy of a soulmate, the energy of time and time again, of like a childhood kind of love, the love you have for a pet. It's sweet, it's soft, it stands the test of time, and it grows with you. It is something that you have felt forever. It's like soulmate energy from a past life. It's almost like that type of energy. And I think through this transit, divine feminine is really going to start feeling nostalgia. Okay, you are going to feel the feeling of nostalgia, the feeling that is tugging at your heart, because the current situation, there is transformation coming for divine feminine. Big transformation, not just a small transformation. I am seeing divine feminine literally walking away from any situation that is dead. With the Death card here and the Eight of Cups, you are leaving things behind. People, places, and things are being left behind. And if you don't leave it behind yourself, then I think universe is going to do it for you. In the way that it's going to create so much discomfort that you have to walk out from these people, places, and things. Because the beautiful part about the energy here, though, in the current situation is you have this gorgeous Knight of Pentacles energy. Okay? This Knight of Pentacles, his crown is lit up. You can see this like reflective gold on the crown around his head. So around his head and his like throat and his third eye. So intuitively, you know that your journey is slow right now, that there is a lot of transformation and change energy. With the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from things that no longer serve you, that are no longer in your highest good. You are climbing up, like upward. You're moving upward on this mountain towards whatever is going to bring you to your next destination. You are moving towards, clarity. And anything that is dead and gone, you are leaving it behind. Because as the Knight of Pentacles, it's a very, very slow energy in the tarot, but it is a very reliable energy. It is the energy of 3D success. It's just a slow journey. And I think you have an intuitive understanding that you are okay. Even if this journey takes a long time, even if the destination has not been reached yet, you know you are going there. And you know you are guaranteed to reach there in due course. Okay? What is the current thoughts and feelings that the divine feminine is having towards this journey? Currently, divine feminine is in some beautiful energy, but I am sensing this is an inward facing energy. This is an energy where Divine Feminine is learning. She's sitting in her true power. As the Hierophant, she is becoming the master of everything 3D. 3D institutions. So if it's a job, if it's a business that she's trying to start, there is something that she is grounding very firmly in the 3D, and it is coming through some hard work with the Eight of Pentacles. That is the card of the apprentice, right? This person is focused on making coins, literally making coins. Or this like apprentice is focused. It's like a younger energy. So you are in the beginning stages of whatever craft you're trying to be a master at. You are in the beginning stages of just putting in the hard work to get there, just get started. And that is a beautiful energy because you know that you're going to be a master at it. You know you're going to know how to do this with your eyes closed. The Hierophant here is sitting with his eyes closed. He is the master of his craft. He is the master of whatever 3D institution, whatever 3D sort of skill or trades or whatever it is you want to do. You are a master at it, and you are doing something that you love because the Lover's energy is here. Now that just sounded so wrong as I'm saying it, but honestly it is the energy of knowing what you love, doing what you love, and staying very focused on that task. I'm not sensing your DM here, but I think you still love your DM. It's just you are no longer holding yourself back from the situation where you were not allowed to move forward. It's kind of like you had a whole phase where you held yourself back. You held yourself back from certain things because you kept thinking that it is necessary for a particular way of which this thing needs to come to life. This is where, I talked about it in the last reading, where manifestation can be kind of difficult for people, right? Because when we manifest, we also have all these expectations. Unfortunately, sometimes you need to manifest, let it go, and leave a void. A void so that you have no expectations for the outcome. And I know that sounds so counterintuitive, right? You have to believe with every bit of we're human beings. We're human beings who are really just trying to have this experience. Unfortunately, believing is not always going to be possible, right? There are going to be situations that bring you down, that knock you down, that pull you back, that hold you back. It's other people's beliefs, your internal beliefs, your childhood traumas. There's so much that we have to contend with to really bring those manifestations to life. And now you're sitting with your eyes closed. You don't have any expectation of an outcome. You just do the thing for the sake of doing it, for the sake of becoming a master at it. And that in and of itself is the right kind of payoff for you. I know that sounds completely counterintuitive, but there are some phenomenal manifestation articles that I have read that say the outcome is not always guaranteed, right? And this is the twin flame journey. That's why we're checking in on it. The journey in and of itself is sometimes the biggest challenge and the biggest reward, because once you're through each layer of that journey, you are no longer that same person. And I think you love this journey just as much. I wish I was getting more of the DM here. I'm just getting all this DF stuff, which is beautiful. You are almost okay with detaching. And I think that is beautiful energy, because that is what you need in this journey. A full detachment so that you can actually switch the polarities between the two, and so that you can start focusing inward. Through the journey, in the beginning of this journey, it is always I won't say all divine feminines are the runner, the chaser, sorry. But I will say that the chaser is outward focused. It's focused on the object of their affection. That is the runner, right? That is usually the divine masculine. There are some that are a little bit more, open and are actually the chaser, but there are some that are the runner. Okay. So, likely outcome. Let's move on. Likely outcome. The Queen of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and then I got 2 because bonus. Universe is you can get 2 sword energies. Literally, this deck is shuffled, but I have 2 sword energies, which is the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. So definitely something that you are, the truth is, you're not going to hide from the truth. And you are going to yourself as the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is this gorgeous ethereal queen. She sits high up in the clouds. Most of the other queens are on land, eh? Like if you think about it, the Queen of Wands, she is on land, in a very earthly kind of place. The Queen of Cups is usually sitting on a beach, so half on land, half in the water. The Queen of Pentacles is absolutely a 3D energy of pentacles, of bringing in the wealth. But the Queen of Swords sits in the air. She's high above. You are taking a bird's eye view. You can literally see a bird there sitting on her shoulder. Birds are a sign of intuition. So you know your truth, you know your intuition. You're listening to your intuition and you're guiding yourself through the next phase of whatever's coming. Pluto in Aquarius is going to be a big, it's almost like a big sigh of relief, because things that don't work are being cleared out, and you are going to almost be able to reconcile with what is being cleared, because you are yourself going to put those 10 swords in the back of whatever situation that is not working for you, because you want to start afresh. You want to start afresh. I will warn you, the way you are starting though, don't hide from anything that you don't want to take a look at. You see how you're holding the sword high but you're not looking at it? Well, not you, well, the page. But then there's also the Page of Swords is not looking at it, and then the Knight of Swords is holding it over their sort of, their face is almost hidden, and the sword is sitting in front of their face. So you're not talking about it, you're not looking at it. Something that you're going to try and avoid. Despite being the Queen of Swords, this is very shady type of energy. So like you're here, you're listening to this message, obviously. It's resonating with you, so you're sticking around. What is it that you're not trying to look at? And when I look at the bottom of the deck to try and get a little bit more clarity, I got the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Five of Wands, the King of Swords. So there's also a Queen of Pentacles here, and a Five of Pentacles, a Three of Pentacles. So there's definitely, now I see why DM is not showing up in your side of the reading at all. This situation never showed up. And I can see this is because you are going to choose to like almost avoid the situation. You don't want to see it. You don't want to acknowledge it. You don't want to acknowledge the King of Cups. I have the Page of Cups here clarifying the DM side of the situation. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to talk to it. They are everything you want, by the way, because the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles together make a beautiful energy. Imagine somebody who not only brings you unconditional love that is not manipulative, because this is in the upright, the King of Cups, and then at the same time is also going to give you a solid offer in the real world. With the Two of Cups, this is your soulmate. You are not wanting to look and speak to your soulmate. There is some kind of silly argument that with the Five of Wands, it's a silly argument. It's not realistically anything that is going to necessarily break you guys apart, but you're holding firm. You are Queen of Swords, King of Swords. They are your counterpart. You know it. There is a potential that there is a karmic energy with the Queen of Pentacles, because you're really coming in as swords energy here. I'm not necessarily picking up that you are the Queen of Pentacles here. I'm apologizing if this is not resonating with you. This may not be for your situation, but there is a third party situation, and that is why you are choosing to put yourself out into the cold with this energy. The Five of Pentacles is the energy of being left out in the cold, but I think in this situation you almost want to leave yourself out in the cold. You don't want to see the situation anymore. You're tired, you're done. You're putting 10 swords into the situation because you just want to be able to build for yourself. You are tired of the burdens with the 10 of Wands. So the Three of Pentacles is a building energy. You are tired of this burden with the 10 of Wands. It's heavy, it weighs on you. And you don't want to carry this anymore. You want the cycle to change. With the World card, you are ready for the energy to switch. And with the Fool card, you are ready for the energy now to bring you into a new cycle. Until then, you are looking at, oh wow, this is crazy number of majors, guys. Look at that. Oh, geez. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you're willing to put yourself in the hermit. You don't want another energy at all. It's not like you're going back out there dating or anything. I think you're very focused on your coin at the present moment, because with the chariot energy, you are moving very quickly towards judgment. You know your karma is coming. Good karma is coming your way. Judgment is where Gabriel blows the horn and calls the souls back up to their higher purpose. And you know your good karma is coming because you have answered the call several times over now. Apologies if you hear any beeping, you guys. Sorry about that. You are done being confused. You are taking a time out because you want a new beginning in love. You are done feeling trapped. You are done feeling like your heart is breaking. You want to rush towards something that is going to give you equal give and take. Equal give and take is the Six of Pentacles, because you are pretty sure of yourself. The Queen of Wands, like I told you, Queen of Wands energy, you are sure of yourself. You're sexy, you're beautiful, you're ready for a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. This is hot, passionate energy. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I know that the cards are kind of not great, right? There are not enough cards about love. This is a love reading. You guys join here for love readings, but the energy is telling me you don't want to see it right now. You're done with this. If it's a situation where it's a constant push and pull, it's a constant having to like defend this destination, defend this location, defend this person, defend everything to yourself, to the people around you. You're done with it. You just want to focus on yourself. What's next for you? What's going to bring you joy? What's going to make you happy? How are you going to build your best life? You don't need another person to help you build this best life. You are going to build it for yourself. Somebody with a karmic who's sitting there, she's a Queen of Pentacles, so she brings with her stability in the 3D, right? And I think you realize that, and that's why you're working so hard on your pentacle now. Because you realize that DM, you're kind of weak. DM, you're kind of weak. You need somebody else to bring you your stability. That's kind of weak. You're not judging them. You still love them unconditionally, but you can see their flaws and still love them. So I think you're going to build for yourself. These are two beautiful, slow-moving but building energies. You're walking away from anything that doesn't serve you. You look down this path. You are literally going to walk away from anything that isn't for your highest good in the 3D. And you are okay with cutting anything out that doesn't serve you right. Right? Everything needs to make sure that it is giving you an equal as how much you're giving, and that's all you're willing to accept. Okay, quick water minute, second I hope. Was not too long. Okay, let's go to the DM side. Okay, so what is going on with the DM? In a beautiful flip of the energy, for them, they have the Page of Cups and the Chariot. DM is going to start making some moves. So let's see what these moves are about. So Pluto in Aquarius is going to also destabilize conditions, situations, places, and things that are not in their highest interest. It clears them out quickly, right? You are now going towards, you just can't sit and acknowledge things that are no longer working. With Pluto in Capricorn, it was a little bit easier to do that because it was realistically just destabilizing institutions, but on like a high level, like financial institutions, tech institutions. It was destabilizing that stuff. Pluto in Aquarius is more like you start to look even inward. It starts to do the clearing, the sweeping out. So with the Chariot and the Page of Cups, moving quickly with a sweet puppy love kind of offer of love. Okay, so let's look at the current situation for the Divine Masculine in this row. So currently, Divine Masculine is feeling the hots. I would think that in the next 2 weeks, potentially, you may get a message from Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine is definitely feeling themselves. With the Nine of Pentacles, they are feeling very independent and strong and like they have enough to give. They can give. With the Nine of Pentacles, they always call it like a Miss Independent, Mr. Independent kind of energy. And it's basically somebody who has everything they need. Okay, it is somebody who has everything they need. They have 9 pentacles, and usually in the Rider-Waite, it's like I have 6 pentacles to keep for myself. I still have 3 to give to someone else. Okay, with the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, they are absolutely feeling passionate. There is a passion that is about to explode around them, and I don't know whether it's going to come towards you. Obviously, it's a reading for the twin flame journey, but I may do a little bit of like clarification. You can see that little exploding volcano up top. Knight of Wands energy is quick moving energy. It's in and out though. So please, Divine Feminine, if you feel any kind of quick moving kind of one night stand, like wham bam, thank you ma'am type of energy, even energy, not just physically having them show up in the 3D, they could just be sending that energy over to you. Be discerning, please, because they are in the King of Wands. They are feeling themselves, but the King of Wands is usually that like cocky, passionate, very spiritual, very cocky, very stubborn energy. So with the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, I would recommend, you know, taking your time with this Mr. Independent or Miss Independent that shows up. This runner is in there, like they're feeling themselves. Their mojo is high, you know? All of a sudden they feel something. Okay. So then let's move on to their thoughts and feelings. They have the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. This is a funky energy in feelings. What the hell are swords and pentacles doing in feelings? I know in here we had a thoughts and feelings of like working, but this is at least a working energy. This is kind of like they're ready to bring an offer. The only thing is they're confused whether the offer should be a small offer or a big one. I'm going to be honest. So they want to start with bringing a small offer, but then that puts them in a little bit of confusion with the Two of Swords. They're kind of like mentally anguished because they know they're supposed to bring you the 10 of Pentacles. That's the level of love they have for you. They want to give you the whole shebang, the whole chest of pentacles. Okay, this is the energy of generational wealth. This is the energy of gorgeousness. I do, and this is the first time when I looked at this card that I actually noticed 2 rats that are kind of pillaging the box. There's one on each side. And they kind of have like red eyes. So the energy is telling me that if I'm connecting with a divine masculine that is with the karmic, or in a situation that has karmic-like energies like a career, they are torn between bringing a real sweet, genuine offer of love, which is this offer here as the Page of Pentacles. It's a very sweet, crush-like energy. They are confused between that energy, and that's why they're in the Two of Swords. That's why they're in this mental anguish here of the 2 swords, where they are kind of like, they don't know what to do. It's all hidden in the dark, basically, with the Moon card. Their greed, they have divine masculine, has some level of greed associated. Sorry, this is really heavy energy that I've just sort of picked up on, and I've never picked up on that with the 10 of Pentacles. I'm gonna show it to you again. I don't know if you can pick up on these like 2 little rats there. And internally they are struggling between bringing the offer of love and staying with the 10 of Pentacles. They also know they need to offer you the 10 of Pentacles, but there is a greedy underlying tone, which makes sense given that they're so cocky right now, right? There's so much wand energy. Wand energy is beautiful when it is the balanced wand energy, right? This energy, unfortunately, is not balanced right now. These are court cards. These are human beings feeling the wand energy, which is very passionate and very sexual and very like fiery. But at the back of their mind, they're still stuck in 3D norms of 10 of Pentacles and being greedy and holding on to what they have. Okay. Likely outcome. So the good news is I think they're going to start healing. We have the star card energy here, and I'm not going to put it up near the camera because this isn't this pretty like almost naked figure here. But with the star card energy, they are going to heal. Okay, we have two cards of healing. The star card here, the Four of Swords here. Four of Swords is a minor resting energy. Okay, where you take a break from the heartache that is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is literally three swords moving through a heart, right? So you take a break from that heartache and you start to heal from it. So whatever the situation is where they are not sure what's going to happen, where they are not sure whether they want to give you a pentacle or they want to hold on to the 10 of pentacles that they have, they are going to take some time out and heal. And I think that it's a double sword, double energy from the fact that you get the star, which is the universe saying, all right, time to heal. We're going to bring you some healing. You need some healing so that we can fulfill all the wishes you have. You also need to bring some emotion back into all this fire, because all of this fire energy here, all of this pentacle energy, but then the middle card of the likely outcome is watery. The star card energy is very watery. It's like a Piscean energy a little bit. So they're bringing in the emotions back in so that they can heal themselves, quelling some of that fiery passion, and then putting them back on the path, the right path that brings them to their destination with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a beautiful energy in this card, especially because the path is lit. There are two wands, but there is very clearly one wand towards which you have to walk, right? One is lit up and there are birds flying over it, so intuition is going to lead them there. And there is a stag energy, so spirit is saying in divine timing you will reach your path. Okay, so for them right now, this is literally another phase, another cycle of their journey, and it's good because it is going to bring them healing. And basically once this healing is completed, just as I looked at the bottom of the deck for the femmes, the divine feminines, I'm looking at the bottom of the deck for the divine masculines. The Wheel of Fortune is here. The cycle is turning. So once they do this, they'll take the step towards that path. The Wheel of Fortune turns, like, and we are met with a divine couple, the King and Queen of Cups. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So basically, if they can heal and choose the right path and walk down towards it, they end up with their divine counterpart, which is you. This is your reading. You're watching it, so it's you. Okay? Have that belief. Know that. Understand that. And there are two seahorses. He's sitting on a throne with two seahorses, and his foot is in the water. It's beautiful. Normally, the King of Cups has one foot in the water, one foot in the land. This King of Cups, his entire foot is submerged. And this Queen of Cups actually is looking towards him. So it's definitely a beautiful divine counterpart. That like it's almost like bringing you two together. Right now, they're sitting in the Nine of Swords. Sleepless nights, not being able to like understand what's happening. All this energy of like heat and passion is going to need to be quelled. So Page of Cups again. This is the Page of Cups. This is the Page of Cups. They need to bring Page of Cups, not Page of Pentacles, which is what was here in their thoughts and feelings. They need a lot of strength as well. With the Strength card energy, we also have the King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles energy is a solid offer that they need to bring, and the strength to walk away from, move away from anything that doesn't serve them. This is the Six of Swords energy. This is moving towards calmer waters, because they're trying to realistically balance karma. In the 3D, they're trying to balance karma. The fact that I have Six of Swords and Justice together gives me the feeling that there is a lot of potential, that there could be some ways that they're also thinking of how they can leave a potential karmic partner. There's also an Eight of Pentacles and a Six of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, just like you, they're working very hard on their coin. And then Six of Pentacles. In this case, I'm getting the energy of the Six of Pentacles of trying to hold on to as many pentacles as they can, especially if they are moving into like some kind of like trying to dissolve a marriage or trying to divorce or something, then of course you would try to hold on to as much of your pentacles as you can. They still feel very passionately about you, and they think you're their counterpart with the Queen of Wands energy. They're very attracted to all this independence that you're working on, very attractive to them. And they have the Lover's energy here. They know that they are definitely something, it's something that they want to work towards with you, right? And then I have the Three of Pentacles, so that's working towards with you. Three of Pentacles is usually a working hard energy, working together. And then the World. So they are going to start an entirely new cycle once they are ready. And they put situations that aren't working for them to the end. Like they have to basically end certain situations first before they can make their way to you, which is fine. But I'm like, how many times is this energy gonna come, dudes? Like, come on, we gotta learn these lessons, right? DF, like, honestly, I'm telling you right now, I'm not even sure once they do show up, if you're going to even want them. You're past their level, like, the level that they're on, you're, like, on a whole different level in space. Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, just in every which way, these cards are so much stronger. Putting end to situations, walking away from situations that don't serve you, killing situations that are not right for you anymore. Please, again, tarot's for entertainment purposes only. Do not look to tarot for anything beyond entertainment, you guys. I have to say this because, you know, there are cards that literally say death, but that is not what these cards are actually supposed to be. They're not literal. It is more figurative about what the situation is going to evolve into. Okay. Connecting energies very quickly. We have the Magician. There is quick change, okay? You are both manifesting something. There is manifestation here. This is a master manifester. This is somebody who can bring all four elements. Cups, swords, pentacles, wands. Put them all together and manifest something into the 3D. And both of you are in master manifestor mode to get it in the middle. This connection, I also believe, is manifesting things as it's moving, which is why, as we talked about earlier, when you manifest, leave the void. Don't have that expectation, because you are extremely strong right now in the manifestation space. So your thoughts can kind of turn pretty much good things into something warped, you know? So you want to be very thoughtful about the thoughts even that you have, and remove the expectations if you can from the whole concept. Now, if that triggers you, if that message is triggering to you beyond the part where you're like, I just can't even see this, what is this person talking about? That's just, right now, this is not your stage. We've all been in stages where not having the expectation, being without them in like a particular way, saying like, oh my God, I could never imagine that. Just wait. Wait, because eventually, as hard as it is, universe will help you adapt, okay? And I don't know if this message would be for you at that point then. Okay, now, the connecting energy between them as to what the current situation is foundations and achievements. That is the Four of Wands. There is a very strong possibility that you are both going to connect in some way, shape, or form through this next month and a few weeks of Pluto in Aquarius. Okay, as you're walking away, DF, there is a potential that DM is going to find their way to you, which is very common, because as soon as those polarities shift, where DF stops chasing, DM becomes the chaser, and you potentially the runner. Okay, know that there is a potential for union at this time if the healing progresses quickly. There's a lot of healing here for Divine Masculine, and there's a lot of not wanting to see things here in your future. So learn that you have to go through all of the triggers that are triggering you about the situation with DM. And there's a potential that the cycle may just have to repeat itself if it's too soon. You know, universe is not going to allow certain parts of these unions to come through in the perfect way if the healing is not complete, because eventually you will both trigger each other again and cause that separation. because that's where you're like, okay, there's more learning to be done, boom, and then out again. So the part where DF, you're not seeing something, you're choosing not to want to see it because it's uncomfortable, lean a little bit more into that. Just as you're getting better and better at your craft, at your skill, at your trade, at your mission, at your purpose, that is the same kind of healing and learning and growth you want to bring to your own emotional self, your spiritual self as well. Okay? So that the triggers that you're choosing not to see here, that you're saying, I don't want to see this, I don't want to talk to them, I don't want to look at them, it's going to be very hard for you to find peace if you can't resolve that. And it takes time. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes potentially therapy, it takes talking to somebody else, talking to other like-minded individuals. It takes time. Okay, next energy of the connecting between the two of you on thoughts and feelings, material and spiritual prosperity. So you are both looking towards prosperity. I think both of you are looking towards more of the material prosperity right now, but I do believe that in this case of the DF with the Lover's energy, there's definitely a feeling of trying to bring in what you love and getting really good at it in the 3D. In the case of the DM, we literally have two greedy mice sitting on top of the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is supposed to be this gorgeous energy of generational wealth. Yet for some reason today my eyes fell on these two greedy mice, which tells me that they are focused on their prosperity. It makes them feel torn because they know they need to bring beautiful, regal, gorgeous energy to their DF, but they're stuck between the two. All right. And then finally, between the two, the likely outcome is the Sacrifice card. So, I feel really bad because the Sacrifice card is feeling more and more like it is going to be the DF that chooses to sacrifice this potential chance of a union, because DF can tell that DM is not healed currently. There's a lot of healing energy that has to come to fruition. So a potential is that DF will sacrifice this union window because DF knows that there isn't enough healing completed here yet. That's why you put 10 swords, and as the Queen of Swords, you put 10 swords in. The flip of this energy, there is a minor chance that you choose not to look at the situation that they have not healed yet, that they are in the process of healing. You choose not to look at it, and then you put 10 swords in your own back. And I don't think, DF, you're like working so hard for that, right? Some of the connecting energy cards at the bottom of the deck is emotional withdrawal. So it does sound like you will withdraw from the relationship because you do feel like the healing is not completed for them. Moving on, because you know that you are the Empress. Fertility energy is the Empress. You will birth a new life for yourself. You are a creative person who has balance within themselves. This balance energy is really that justice energy. Okay, you are currently suffering in silence because you can feel the pull to your sacral chakra with all this passion that the DM is feeling. You feel that pull in your sacral chakra as well. Okay, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. This is the sun. This is almost like the sun card for me. There is light at the end of this tunnel. You are gaining spiritual strength in this energy, and both of you are, by the way. The healing that they are doing is not anything less than something that needs to be appreciated and admired. They're doing a lot of healing right now, but you are being called, and I'm sorry, this is like back to back. You are literally, DF, being called to have patience, to continue planning, because you're playing the waiting game right now. Do not let deception and envy put you in mental conflict. Okay? Speak about what is bothering you with the throat chakra. Align with your throat chakra. Put your solar plexus to work, because your solar plexus is where you have all your career, your ambition, your 3D gains. Okay? Memories of love is going to pull you. This is basically gorgeous, the 6 of Cups energy, which is the 6 of Cups energy that you have here as well. But prosperity is beginning and you will be victorious. Even though you're facing some heartache and loss right now, your intuition is telling you that you are guaranteed success. I am not even joking about this. It's literally saying triumphant success. This is the Ace of Swords. Do not allow yourself to be trapped in fear, because that is just you not being able to ground yourself and feel the intuition, because you are being asked to choose wisely. So anytime you feel the pressure to choose, to rush something, remember that you need to just rest and rejuvenate, because the truth is always something that you have access to. Go inward and the fulfillment of your wishes are coming towards you. You are transforming. This is just beautiful. Okay. I'm just basically reading all the cards out now at that point. So I'm going to put that away and we're going to get, very quickly, I'm going to do the Island Time Wellness cards. So let's get some advice cards for the DF. It says the Axe energy here. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. So I think you are going to cut anything out that does not serve you, that is not feeling like it's in your best interest. And I love this energy. You're like a little bit ruthless in a way, but you want to walk towards what makes you happy. You are now focused on your own 3D prosperity, and nothing is going to stop you from that. For the DM, cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over and over in your head. Didn't we have the 9 of Swords here? I remember we did when we were talking about what was in the bottom of the deck for them. And they are just, they're stuck in this outdated pattern of thinking 3D wealth is what's the only thing that matters. They're stuck in it. And I think until they can sorry about the swearing, but until they can actually break out of that, break out of those patterns in their own head, there's no change that's going to come. They can rush in as much as they like, but you're going to cut anything that doesn't serve you out. And for the connection in the middle, camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. So you're definitely in a place where you are going to feel the tug at your heart, DF. And they are obviously feeling it as well with all this passion here for you. Who knows what they're thinking about. But there's definitely something that's going to tug at your heart. Just learn from the past, okay? With this, I would say learn from the past and understand that those memories are beautiful. Say thank you for the energy. I know that the journey is so painful, but if you can just shift a little bit of that pain into gratitude and just say, you know what? People move through their whole life trying to get 10 seconds of that love, of that undying, it's just like, it's like a snap and all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, this is the person I'm supposed to be with. People live their entire life without feeling that. So if you can turn all of the pain that you feel into gratitude for saying, thank you for at least having me meet them. I know it's like ridiculous. You're like, what the hell? I met them. And at this point now, what am I supposed to do? How am I going to find anybody else I want to be with? But at least you know you will never settle for something good enough. Good enough is no longer good enough. Right? And it is hard. Trust me. I'm speaking to myself here. It is hard. Good enough isn't good enough anymore. So now what do? Everything in society says settles. Everything in society says, well, have you completed the tasks? You're like, who gave me these tasks? I didn't necessarily want to write them for myself. So it's kind of like gratitude for being able to see beyond the veil of what there is in this 3D world and what success, what do we consider success in this world, right? I'm not saying that your dreams and ambitions are not valid. Of course they're valid. But that doesn't mean that you have to settle for them just to be able to say, yeah, I completed it. Then are you realistically living a life for yourself, or are you living a life to make other people proud? That's not good enough. Not for me anymore. Am I proud? Can I look at myself in the mirror today and say, yep, we lived life to the best of our ability, And at least we can look at ourselves in the mirror and say, we love ourselves, we respect ourselves. We did not sell out to fit in. And I don't know how I just said that. I love universe for being able to use me as a channel. But we did not sell ourselves to fit in. Okay? And so maybe that moment of gratitude, that little switch of gratitude, it can make a lot of things a little bit more bearable. Okay, so let's get some romance angels, all right? Let's get some romance angels for the divine feminine and some romance angels for the masculine and the connection, especially as we move through the energy of Pluto in Aquarius. This could be the one. You already met the person. You already met the romantic partner you seek. DF, hang on. It's really funny that after I said that, we get this card. Hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, universe, you have a very funny sense of humor. DM, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. There's a lot of outdated thinking that the DM has to transmute, and that's why there's a lot of healing, right? In their future, we got 2 healing cards here with the Star and the 4 of Swords. So there's a lot that they need to figure out through this outdated thinking that they need to take out of their life. Unfortunately, we have each other in this community as twin flames going through it. As the chaser, we can acknowledge the journey and heal and learn and grow from it. As the runner, you do not acknowledge the journey. You pretend it isn't there. You sweep it under the carpet so that you can continue to live the way you have been, so that you don't feel the discomfort of it. So for them, this is going to take much more time, and the cycle has to repeat itself 100 times before the message finally clicks in the head to go, oh shoot, if I keep doing the same crap, I can't expect the results to be any different. All right. For the connection in the middle, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I think, DF, you will allow it to unfold naturally to a certain extent. I do believe this reading here right now with Pluto and Aquarius, especially with how much effort and concentration you have towards your highest purpose, towards being a master at your craft, you could be a little swordsy, which you are, and you could cut things out a little bit more swiftly. Allow the energy to flow, but keep discerning, okay? There's a lot of passion that will come your way. I'm telling you, energetically, if nothing else, there's a lot of passion coming your way. Mix in with a little bit of nostalgia and it screws you over, right? Especially because you have the 6 of Cups, that's why. Okay, finances and career is at the bottom of the deck. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So, I mean, given that they were little greedy little mice here, I believe that. All right, so while I was shuffling for the DF, I also got something called the artist. I'm not going to show this very clearly because there's a naked man on this card. But basically, this is somebody who sees a vision. So you're going to get a lot of downloads. So it's basically a man sitting here. He's the artist. And he sees a vision, a download. And he can put that on paper and bring it into reality. So again, it's kind of like that mastery energy, right? Of being able to take something that is not from the 5D or from a different space and actually bring it into reality. Is something that you're very strong at right now. You're working very, very hard, and your manifestations are going to start coming to you a lot quicker. There's a lot of manifesting energy, a lot of growth energy, a lot of ascension energy. So DF, keep doing what you're doing. It's excellent energy, okay? DM, if there are any up here, in here, please start healing. All right, beautiful souls. I hope this was helpful. I will be back very soon to do another reading. I'm also going to try and do some pick a pile readings. And I know I promise every month, and some months I do get to it and others I just don't. Let's try and see if I can get out some April readings for everybody. It's going to be a very interesting month. Lots of beautiful transits, heavy transits. So let's see if we can do some more readings to guide you guys, okay? Take care, everybody. If this message did not resonate, by the way, let the energy go. Not every message resonates with every person. There are several other readings that I have done for Twin Flames. There are other beautiful tarot readers that you can also support and watch their content instead for this week, since this one didn't. And I will catch everybody very soon. Have a gorgeous week. Bye, guys.